The defamation trial between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard is over and done, but Amber's attorney Elaine Bredehoft went on the record to say the legal issue is not over. And if anyone is looking for someone to point the finger at for the verdict, she has some suggestions. According to Elaine, things were improperly allowed and disallowed, leading to her client's loss. Eventually, she went for an appeal, and she blamed the judge, the jury, and her opposing counsel for the outcome of the trial. But why does Amber's team keep blaming the jurors? Let's find out. While speaking to NBC Today, Elaine Bredehoft said she opposed cameras in the courtroom. It's like the Roman Colosseum. You know, how they viewed this whole case. I was against cameras in the courtroom, and I went on record with that and argued against it because of the sensitive nature of this. But it made it a zoo, she said.
It's like the Roman Colosseum, you know, how they viewed this whole case. I was against cameras in the courtroom, and I went on record with that and had argued against it because of the sensitive nature of this. But it made it a zoo.
That decision came from Judge Penny Ascaret, a former Marine who some observers call a purist for how clean she kept the court record. According to the New York Times, the judge anticipated the public demand for details would create a circus around the trial. She said allowing cameras in the courtroom would make the courthouse safer. Her hope was fewer people would try to attend in person if they could watch a stream. Furthermore, the courtroom is generally kept open to the public in civil matters in Virginia, where Depp sued. Ideally, those observers help keep court processes honest and hold judges accountable when needed, but Amber's team was taking none of that. But cameras were Elaine's only complaint. She mentioned suppression of further proof, and Judge Penny oversaw the admission of evidence according to a state code. The lawyer suggested that Judge Penny disallowed evidence that helped Amber win in the United Kingdom, where she was a witness for the Sun. We had an enormous amount of evidence that was suppressed in this case that was in the UK case. She stated,
"We had an enormous amount of evidence that was suppressed in this case that was in the UK case."
Furthermore, Amber's team felt the jury turned against their client to appease the court of opinion. You see, every jury is asked to rely exclusively on the facts and information provided to them in a case to reach a verdict. But Elaine said that didn't happen in Depp and Amber's trial. She suggested outside influences penetrated the jurors' abilities to stay impartial. The second attack she launched, "They went home every night. They have families. The families are on social media. We had a 10-day break in the middle because of the judicial conference. There's no way they couldn't have been influenced by it," she said to Today. Notably, jurors didn't need to go on social media or talk to anyone outside the trial to know there were negative hashtags and trends associated with Amber. The Aquaman star's team introduced a witness who spoke with the jury about social media trends. That led to a discussion about the popularity of trending hashtags and phrases like Amber Turd and Justice for Johnny Depp. Today host Savannah Guthrie asked Elaine about the possibility the jurors didn't believe the case presented by Amber's side, but she continued to blame other circumstances for the loss. In one statement, Elaine suggested Depp's legal team and the judge kept the jury from making a clear-minded decision. She was demonized here, the attorney argued. A number of things were allowed in this court that should not have been allowed, and it caused the jury to be confused. That's another attack. And one final attack Amber's team lashed out at the jury was about the identity of one juror. The team claimed that the actress was entitled to a mistrial based on newly discovered facts and information, and that one of the jurors present for the entire trial was not the one actually summoned for jury duty. They said the person summoned was 77 at the time, but a 52-year-old with the same last name and address instead showed up and was seated. Her side said it is deeply troubling for an individual not summoned for jury duty nonetheless to appear for jury duty and serve on a jury, especially given the high-profile nature of the trial where the fact and date of the jury trial were highly publicized prior to and after the issuance of the juror summonses. The lawyers said Amber was not given the proper due process, so she requested a mistrial and a new trial ordered, but the judge declined. Whether Amber and her lawyers will continue attacking the judges remains to be seen now that the case is on appeal. And that's it from us today. Until next time, bye.